Hey. Welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted for 2 years and I feel like that's a really long time. I feel like you guys don't know me anymore. I am not the same girl that I was screaming and yelling in her living room. I have done a lot of changing and soul searching. So I figured what better way to chit chat then I get ready with me, I guess. The things that I've been going through these past 2 years since you guys seen me last, I just come back from a vacation that was like not good. That is one of my favorite memories though. Like looking back on it is so fucking funny. What I was thinking for today's look, I got this pencil from a BoxyCharm one time and it's like fucking awesome. I've used it a couple times but only for like drag shows and stuff like that, so I'm like, you know what, maybe I can use this pencil and make it look a little bit more wearable. Thank me for being here. Hi everyone. I know you guys were so excited to see me again. Like, nobody asked for this, Kylie. Nobody asked. The first thing that I always start off with my makeup is my eyebrows. Right after I got back from my vacation, I needed to start looking for a job. I was previously working at a small bakery downtown. They just didn't have the money for the staffing because of the pandemic. So they're like, get the fuck out of our bakery. We'll call you when we need you. So they sent your girl packing and I was on my journey to find a new place of employment for the time. And I stumbled upon a bakery. It was a pretty big name in Salt Lake City. Now, they wanted me almost instantly, and I was so nervous. I didn't know if I was ready for such big commitment like that. Fast forward a little bit, I started to really like the job. I was actually like really surprised at how easy the things were to like catch on to. I didn't realize how much my boss from my bakery downtown had, prepared me for this moment, basically. Okay, next I'm gonna start with the face. I like to go in with this Hyaluron Skin Essence. It's a moisturizer. It's fucking tight. And then I'm going to just go in with the Florence by Mills, the Professional. This shit saves my life because like this bitch got hella pores on her nose. Like, why the fuck are they so big? I just spritz that around my face and then I dry it off for a minute, and then I take a little bit of the Professional on the back of my hand and rub it into my nose. I take a little bit underneath my eyes too. 4 o'clock comes early, dog. Okay, now that I'm looking super crazy and polka dotty, I'm gonna let that dry down for just a minute. I was really proud of myself that I was picking up on the things they needed me to do very quickly, but then it started becoming more and more work, extra hours. More product was coming out, and I believe there was like a 4th store opening. And we got super busy. I remember just being so stressed all the time. Our hours, which I thought were really weird because as a pastry chef, we normally wake up from anywhere between like 3 to 5 a.m. I was working from noon to 8 every day, and I started to make friends there. Made the work bearable, I feel like if it wasn't for them, I would have definitely left a lot sooner. It was like by pure loyalty that I was there at one point, and as soon as I lost those friendships, it was peace the fuck out. Like the amount of times I cried in that bathroom, I was so fucking stressed. But I never told anybody because like, y'all ain't gonna make me fold that quick. Like, and y'all aren't gonna get the fucking satisfaction of seeing me crumbled right now. I remember sitting out in my car one day and I'm just like having a day, bro. Like I could not fathom walking back into that building. Like I wanted to leave so badly. And here comes my knight in shining armor, my old boss, and he was like, hello, we're ready for you. I was like losing it. I was over the fucking moon. I walked inside that building and I was like, bam, here's my 2 weeks. I cannot wait to get the fuck out of here. We're doing Tarte, the Shape Tape Glow Wand, highlights of the face. I'm gonna take the Juvia's Place concealer in shade 19 and I'm gonna mark that in the places where I contour. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. We're just gonna put it over the top and blend that shit all together. It's gonna be beautiful. After I started finding myself and I started to calm down a little bit, I wanted to start focusing on things that made me happy. I really wanted to get back into doing YouTube and stuff like that, but I also just didn't have it in me to sit down and make an entire YouTube video, especially coming off of like a busy year. I was like, you know what, that's gonna be for something else. So that's what started me into starting my TikTok. Like super easy. I didn't have to talk. I could just do my makeup and get some content out there. It's like probably one of my favorite things to do. Now I'm gonna move on to the main event. I think we're gonna go in with this guy, give us like a cool little smoked out wing. Then I'm gonna take a small angled brush and start like smudging it out. I would just like to point out that every makeup artist is telling the truth when they're like, oh my god, it's like not reading on camera. This shit looks amazing right now. Like I feel like $1 million and I look into my camera and I'm like, okay, now to bring some color back to my face. I don't know what this bronzer is, but it's a bronzer. This Glowdient highlighting palette, Pretty Vulgar's blush in Hush Blush. I'll tap into my crazy one of those years. Oh, my brother moved to Maine. He has a wife out there now, never met her. But, you know, she seems really cool. We're gonna pick out a lip color. I'm not sure what I want. Alrighty, I'm going to fix my hair and get changed and we can finish our little conversation in the back. So, okay, here's the thing. We are almost done with our conversation. So, we're just gonna keep the ball rolling. So, unfortunate stuff happened on Halloween night. On November 1st, I decided, you know what, Kylie? Maybe drinking's not for me. Like, that is just not the sport for me. I don't need to be doing this. So I decided to get sober. And I am 1 year and 1 month sober, and it feels great. I've achieved a lot of stuff this year that I'm planning on making a second video for. I really didn't want it to be like outright have the sober talk like my first video back. 1 month into my sobriety, we're gonna get a little serious here, so sorry if like the ending of the video is like but it's been what's happening in my life. So my little cousin Isabella, she passed away unexpectedly from suicide. She was 10 years old. Sometimes I stay up at night thinking about all the things that she was going through, what she had been through. I have a lot of people in my family who are disabled or have mental illnesses. Isabella was autistic. Isabella was severely bullied for being who she was. Basically, our relationship was pretty good when she was young. When Isabella was born, she was the itty bittiest baby ever. She was so teeny tiny, and I was her babysitter. I think maybe like a month or 2 months old when I started watching her. I watched her grow up. Like, I was there for her every weekend. Our paths started to dwindle. A lot of it had to do with, I think my aunt and Isabella's mom were going through something. I stopped seeing Isabella as much. The only time I would really see her was like Thanksgiving, Christmas. It was really quiet. Our relationship just became a hello and a goodbye. And when I went to her funeral, I just remember giving her like a kiss on the forehead because she was my baby, you know? It's been a year, and her candlelight vigil was a couple weeks ago. She died in November. My grandma calling me and being like, are you gonna go to the vigil? And I literally couldn't bring myself to go. The funeral was hard enough for me. I feel like it was like, that would have been like too much for me to go. And I kind of kicked myself about that, but maybe next year I'll be able to go. It was just that this year, I feel like it was like, whoa, a year? Like, I just can't believe it, you know? So I didn't go to her candlelight vigil, which makes me sound like a dick, but I couldn't go. And I know that Isabella knows that I love her. I know that she knows that. She has to. We grew up together, essentially. I just know that she's like in a better place. I'm trying so hard to stick this out, you guys. And I don't want to not talk about this because it really was something that affected my life last year. You know what I mean? That made me be like, God, Kylie, grow up. Like, people need to reflect on, you know, the way they treat people. My 10-year-old cousin shouldn't have to come home and think that that's the way to get out of this mess that your children have put her through. Teach your children what the fuck is up. Like, I don't want to fucking hear another story like this. Like, this shit just, like, makes me so furious. You have to teach your children shit like this, or this is what happens. And that's all I'm gonna say on this subject. And then the fact that I wanted to say that I love you, Izzy. I love you. And I know that you know that. Because you visit me in my dreams sometimes. So, alrighty guys, back to the happy stuff, I promise. My boyfriend Zane and I, we decided to start this new yearly tradition. His birthday is on the 13th of April, mine is on the 4th of April. We decided to do like a joint birthday trip where people will donate money rather than buying us presents, and then we'll just go have a fucking blast in wherever we want to have fun at. It's actually so dope. We went to Denver, and it was everything I could ever have asked for. Like, we wined and dined ourselves to death. Like, that shit was so fucking fun. My boyfriend is a chef, so we were like just going ham, like eating, sleeping, and like shopping. And I'm also gonna do diving a little bit more deeper into our trip in my video about my year of sobriety. Alrighty, my beautiful friends and family, that concludes this video. Thank you so much for clicking and being here and watching me ramble and do the hands, you know what I mean? I like talk so much with my hands, like it felt really good to be like here and talking with you guys, even getting a little vulnerable for a second. Just remember that you guys can follow me on all my social medias. That is at lovekylie011 and on TikTok at Kylie from Hell. It was really good talking with you, and I don't have an outro, so bye!